Hi folks, so this is Heather here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live in Victoria in country Victoria in Australia. So this is what I wanted to show you how to make today. So it is a Christmas ornament. I made this one a couple of years ago, but one of my hang on, I'm just going to move you over. One of my team has actually just asked me if I could possibly show how to make it again, and now I'm going to have trouble getting this onto here. So bear with me a minute. I'm just going to put you onto here. Let's get it all. Hopefully that will focus. There we go. Now we're in focus. Excellent. Let's just move it over. There we go. All right. So, actually, I will just move it down a bit because I tend to work closer to me. So I'm going to be making it with current papers rather than old papers, which is what that one was made with. We currently have a designer series paper on sale on this month from the 1st to the 31st of October. We're in 2020, just in case you're watching this well and truly out of the time. And one of the papers that I wanted to use, 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper, which is very Christmassy because it has lots of red and green. Don't you just love that piece? And yeah, so that's part of the reason that I picked this one. It's very Christmassy and I like Christmassy things to look Christmassy. And I have lost my dustbin. Oh, okay, wow, it's right over the other side of the room. Excellent. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna pick up all the bits that I don't need and pop those away over here. So to save you guys having to watch me for ages folding and gluing things, I have decided to just go ahead and half assemble things. What you will need for this is you will need 3 circles in different sizes. So I'm just going to move that 1, 2, and where's my third circle? Third circle. So I've got 3 different sizes. Now, when I made my original one, so the one that you have just seen, I'm pretty sure that I did it, the squares that we needed at 5 inches, 4 inches and 3 inches. However, this one I want to make quite a bit smaller because the other one is just a bit too big for where I want to put it. So this one I've started off with 3 inches and then I've gone down to 2.5 inches and the last one is 2 inches. I will put those notes up as well and when I edit the video. So this is one of my 3-inch squares. What you want to do with it, so you can kind of see that I started putting it all together. So what you want to do with it is you actually take it and you want to fold it almost into a third. So you only fold this bottom bit. You don't want to fold it right up to there because otherwise it's going to have fold lines going through it. So a third and a third, and you're going to glue on there. So I'm using our Tombow glue because it just gives you a little bit of leeway when you use it to begin with, just in case you go, oh my goodness, that wasn't quite there. You've got a few seconds, not minutes, but seconds just to adjust it. Okay, so that is the last one. You're going to need 12 of these for each circle, okay? So, 12 3x3 pieces, 3 inches by 3 inches. I'm just going to add, and I do these in quarters. So once you've got your circle done, you want to actually quarter it up like that and put 3 into each quarter. So there's that. I hope this is making sense, but I didn't want people to be having to sort of watch and then go, oh, okay, she's doing the same thing again and again and again. And, you know, watching me do this 36 times is not all that exciting, really. Let's face the facts. So that will become my base layer. Okay. The next layer up, bringing it over. So this is So that was my 3-inch squares, and they've just been folded on the diagonal, or rolled on the diagonal more so. This one here uses 2.5-inch squares. So this is my 2.5-inch square, and I'm just going to go, so again, it's about 1/3 of the way across, and then about 1/3 of the way across. Now you can pinch the end down because that end is going to be sitting on here and it's going to be flat anyway. And then just add a bit more of your glue and pop it down like that. You do need to hold it in place for a moment or two, just until that glue has completely set. And then you'll see again that I've put this into 4. So just go, whoops. Obviously I have a glue that's running out. Marvellous. And I'm just alternating them as I go on with it. So 1, 2, oh, let's go with the next colour, 3. So if you do it this way, you will find that you need 12 exactly, because you will find that 3 of these will fit into 1/4. I think the first time I made it, I didn't realise that, and then I ended up with something like 13 on one, and it didn't fit. When I put them all together, it just didn't work. So, so just do it this way. Basically, just follow the instructions, you know, and you'll be fine. Easier said than done, isn't it? And I know that I'm terrible at following directions, so, you know, I don't really blame you if you don't. So that one will now be able to sit properly on top of this one. Do you see how it sort of goes into these gaps nicely like that? So potentially you can now do that. So with this circle on the back, you just add more glue. Glue, 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 glue. And just push it down. So you want to push it down and into the middle there, and just hold it until you're happy that it's good. So once it's set, excellent. So that's my next layer. Then the last layer, so I didn't leave any to fold this time. I actually kind of overdid it and went over. But so again, do that with this piece. I'm not sure whether I kept what I did with it. So yeah, I did. So you can see here, when I cut it out, rather than having to cut yet another one out, I've actually just taken it and folded this going this way, so that I can pop that into there and draw my line across. And then I folded it going that way, so that when it went into there, I knew where my centre was, so that I could do my lines and get my centre. So it's just a lazy way of getting the middle of it. Otherwise, you could just cut out from a scrap piece of paper and then just fold the scrap piece of paper into 4 and get your middle that way. But I didn't. I did it kind of the lazy way, as it were. Just figured I didn't need to cut yet another thing out. So 1, 2, 3. Let's put those in. And the next 1/4. As I say, just do it in quarters. That way you can't get lost with it and end up with too many extras in there that you shouldn't have. That's that. And you can see that that's covered up half of that circle now. And I'm getting nice sticky fingers. Yay! And don't forget to alternate them. So 1, 2, 3. The good thing about having 12 of them is that when you alternate them, you end up with exactly the right sort of set amount, if that makes sense. And 1. Told you this wasn't all that exciting. That's why I did the other ones sort of like mainly up already. 2, 3. there we go. So now we can bring this back in, and you will see that this one now can sit on top of that. Now we're just going to add glue to the back of this. And pop it into there. So you can just sort of move it around slightly until you think that you're in the right place, and then just push it down and hold it there for a little bit. And you will find that it starts to sort of slightly curve backwards, which is fine because it still looks nice like that. Now, what I've done for the middle of this particular one is I've chosen this stamp set here for Unto Us. I really love it. I think the scripts in it are absolutely gorgeous, and I like the writing, so I like what it says. So I've picked Hark the Herald Angels Sing because it fits nicely inside a circle, and that's what I want for the middle of it. I've also then added a piece of the new, I think it's brass, this particular, foil cardstock. There we go. I can get it out after all. And just going to add a few of those to the back, maybe one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's right. Yep, my bin's across the other side of the room. Marvellous. So we can then just pop that into the centre of that brass cardstock. I then thought it would be nice to use a bit of this ribbon, which is so pretty. It's called Real Red Sheer Ribbon. There you go, Real Red Sheer Ribbon. And if you add just a bit of stamping seal to the back of this, whoops, then you can totally get stuck onto it, just like that. And however, you can also then just want to kind of do it like that. Oh, thank goodness that worked. Okay, I was totally expecting to have to re-peel it off and start again, but the good news is that you actually can. When you're doing it like that, you can just re-peel it off and start again. Now, I do want this to sit on top of here, and I have just remembered what I did last time. Was I actually had a little piece of foam that I put under there, because as you can see, there's quite a big dip in it. And I don't actually know where that foam is now, so what I'm going to do is I am going to build up. So I'm going to go 3 of these like this, and then 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going to build them up on top of each other until I've got a stack high enough for what I actually want. So let's get rid of those. So I think that I might be able to get away with about 4 on a stack. Oh yeah, I did remove the thingo on that. So let's just do this and that. And 2 more on here. 1, 2. So I'm thinking that that might be enough for my stack. I have to decide which way my my thing's going to hang now. Yep, that feels about right actually. 4 worked well. Obviously you could use more if you wanted to. And I like the way that that ribbon is just tucking out the back there. And the last thing, oh bother it, my bin's still across the room. Of course it hasn't moved. The last thing is to actually add some ribbon onto the back of it. So what you will need to do for this is just determine how long you want your ribbon to be and cut out what did I do with my circles? Oh, there they are. So this is what I used, I used my layering circle framelits to actually, oh goodness, where's it gone to? Yep, that's the size. So I used my layering circle framelits to actually do this. So I'm just going to hop over to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So excuse the fact that I'm in a different part of the room. And run that through. Sorry about the delay there. So then I've got a piece there that will go exactly on top of that. So what I want to do now, make sure that it's going to be, so that is my top one. Make sure that you're going to have it in the right place. I'm going to add get that in the right place too. Add those two pieces onto there like that, just to hold them in place. You know what? I actually prefer it when it goes like that. Oh, well done, Heather. Just pull it out again. And then I'm just going to add glue, my Tombow adhesive, all the way around, just to make sure that I can then put that one on top of there and it neatens off the back and just makes it look nice. So then, oh my goodness me, no, that just went everywhere. That did not work. Okie dokie, let's try again. I maybe won't turn it over just yet. Might just give my glue a minute or two to dry before I turn it over and then press from this side. Just wanted to press from this side just to make sure it was down properly. And let's pop those bits away. So really quite simple. All you need is your designer series papers. You want to cut, if you want one this size, which is, let's see, what does it come out as? So it comes out at about 9 inches, this particular size does. Maybe slightly shorter than that. So you need, for this particular one, you need 2-inch cardstock cut. So 12 pieces of 2-inch cardstock, 12 pieces of 2.5 inch, and 12 pieces of 3-inch cardstock. And you want them to be varying colours so that they actually sort of stand out on top of each other as opposed to being exactly the same. You'll also need some ribbon, you'll need a saying, and you can cut the saying out with that. And yeah, that's it. So if you want to have a go at making these, do so, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Bye.